cannot budget money to a wife to be doing project in the district. So Margaret Thomas have been going to go let them complain. To let them complain. According to the family member, do not blame me. There's a national issue that needs the whole country to look into it. So the woman then accused that, oh, husband gave you money to be doing project. And they removed the husband and they put Lester Ten in there. That was Lester Ten in. So Lester Ten for the woman that he went and wrote to mock the woman. So there was no peace for the wicked. But the woman was in a position. I want Lester Ten in now. Let me hear the order because they give for the university. You think what there was no more error of fire? No! That fire was criminal. So now you tell me boss and best. They said that the woman husband was fire president. For the money affair, they said the woman, they never the wife to do project. They even went to lay the woman complain. You're listening to the other one. You're listening. And the boss said, you're listening.
Hello? Now, man, I just want to explain who relationship to you with Margaret Thomas, with that Lester man, with the president for a year. Okay, go. For that Democrat job, a two Liberia even tackled. The first one is one Isaac. He was the president for AMU University before he the one revamped AMU University. Then the second person was Dr. Moses Zina. He was the second dose for that identical aptitude test. Okay. She came third. Dr. Mapanya came third. But because of Primoy influence, and Primoy brother the one, not brother by blood or friend. Almost that you get a big brother, and studying in the community and or doing something for you way back down the line. He started to, and like he worked with that and how he influenced the executive management decision, which is with the Boaga decision to bring full Dr. Mapanya. So when Marcus Thomas went to Primoy and said, we need to quiet the lady down. I want you to just deal with the lady for me. Because she's getting all her phone from her husband. And her husband, the former vice president for fiscal affairs, University of Liberia, as his cabinet. Yeah. So that's how Marcus Thomas used Primoy. And they took the job from the man without any reason, no tangible reason. Even we can even send you the dismissal letter. There have been no criminal activities. Someone telling you, say, oh, you can pick a call. They're not worrying a dismissal. But because of Marcus Thomas thinking in a little mind that they were the woman getting a phone from her husband and phoning all the projects that she only taking in the district, and the woman wants to contest, so that he came up with that decision and he took the man job. He dismissed the man. After he dismissed the man, I had this Lester man, he going on with Dr. Mapanya, one of the best friend I brought in Liberia 2009. That was the first visit to Liberia in 2009. The person that brought her was a Liberian, one Bedford. She brought her to Liberia before she even met Primoy, a relative. So that's how Lester too started going on with this lady. Yes, he started going on with this lady, with the woman best friend. So that's how the whole relationship started. So he Lester now, using the madam that he going all way, through the woman, and they gave him a position, say she act for 6 months. And they coming December was supposed to be his last month. But then the woman already extended his time to stay up to March. So I had lesser to eat 2 days and then they got thing and lesser involvement there. So I had the whole thing that's the entire episode there.
Okay, so what I want to understand, you're like in the area. The fire outbreak, do that make a human error or is criminal in nature?
The thing here from that identical fire incident, we would say, it's not because we are related to the family, but a non-family member of this identical family of the deceased can clearly tell you that was not just an ordinary thing. There is a thing.
Yeah.
The woman lost one of her committed daughter in the community. She was working at NASCO. I know the fellow name or the lady that passed for Lorena. So she went for the wake. After the wakekeeping, when she got home, it almost like they were trading her. She came, she sat in front of her house. She was there for some time before even going to bed. There she got there. Less than 2-3 minutes, that's how the whole place. It was almost like targeting. It was very, very direct. Even the exit door, the target identical door, the front door also was targeted.
So that means fire there or people blacking. What do you mean that was targeted?
Meaning fire.
Okay.
Fire was to those areas, but we didn't know how it got there.
Okay.
But fire was to all the areas.
It's sad to say that I'm not a politician. I was brought on board by these people, and the people brought me because they wanted something.
We already to allow us to finish it.
Don't go to America. You totally somebody indicted, convicted, 760 years sentence. You proud taking a name. But I was supporting you. There was Holy Ghost.
You are a murderer. You are. You are on national TV ordering the torture and the slashing of the ears of the sitting president of the Republic of Liberia. You are a murderer. And you will have your day in court. And again, I thank President George Manneh Weah for cutting you loose because you were being protected by the powers that be. I thank my friend President Weah for cutting you loose, for not taking your calls.
On the comments, on the back, you want to be associated with criminal? The cause I will cause you in Liberia. Don't tell me for joke, eh? That I want to be independent.
When you come after me, I'll come after you. You insult me, I'll come for you. Nonsense. Declare to attack Charlie. You're trying. Wow, finish with you.
This time, what is your trouble to you? We have responsibility for the transaction of people in this country who have labored and dedicated their heart and soul to the populous people revolution. We owe them, the protection of that law. And you come and tell me,
Constantly inciting people. I want to be clear. We are now terrorists. Those are insulting the president. I want to be clear. Nothing is too big.
even the free port that has been the gateway to our economy. All along in Liberia, 1847, the people in Freeport been operating in continue. For Freeport to be the way it is today was George Weah that constructed a modern building that our men are operating in today. So George Weah presidency issue was not about development, it was not about lack of development. It was about the CDC inability to have a spleen of working to the Liberian people. What does this for power was propaganda? Lies. The Unity Party came together. They studied high level of sophisticated lie. They did high level of conniescing, and they make Liberians to believe that George Weah, even if he had put go and down on the streets, they made Liberians to believe that George Weah was not doing anything. As far as those of our brothers who are privileged to have operated with the CDC-led government, as far as they're concerned, there arose, there are developments, team prices were stable, there were challenges, and all those things. As far as we were concerned, that Liberians themselves were feeling the impact of these different things that were happening. But these sophisticated liars who told us it was wrong to be in government, to be an appointed official in government, it was wrong to go to party function and wear party teacher today, they wear party teacher today. The airport or why they are minister, deputy minister, governor official. When you ask them, they people did it. They say it was wrong to work in government and pay off for yourself, even though you take pay and you choose to pay off for yourself. But Jesus now is building they don't over 10 million project and local, and nobody know who brought it there, and the spirit brought it there. So I myself I get half of one pound there when the field I want to myself. It was wrong at that time to rock up, but today, to the body, George Weah is the most popular black man in the world. George Weah is the most popular black man in the world. George Weah, coming from the field of being a celebrity, George Weah did not buy $1 million bulletproof car. If anybody wants to anybody in the country that George Weah, because George Weah has been celebrity over the years. George Weah has been a millionaire over the years. George Weah was riding the scene, Nissan Patrol. Nobody think University of Labrador, University so we are not university our running ticket for whatever people yes we need to get our year. We are now putting it in our to come so people are going to go on this. Want to be there, University, why the University of Nigeria is part of the system because John has a free education to all public schools. They over 75, $80 or $90 for a JTP1 because the government of Nigeria has subsidy for Tottenham University. So CDC, they don't want election because they didn't afford CDC lost election. They were able to put the top line. And our people believe in what they say. Because of that, the people of Liberia, majority voted again. And when President George Weah lost the election, even United Party today believe that George Weah is the most peaceful man in Liberia in Liberia history ever. Less than 1% is the first seated president or sitting president while they are still reading election results. I call the opponent and say congratulations and officially set up a team, walk away and turn everything over. They make you to believe that everybody in CDC government was stealing in the government, was stealing everything that one is said. They've been in the presidency now for more than 2 years. They've not been able to catch one rule, but they're only doing which one. Every time President Biden travel with over 100 people and use almost $1 billion US, when it come out when there is no result, they will just do around in order to destroy the Liberian people. You will say, okay, the other man steal. All those things are.
Let's say here, make a man poor, diligence, hence bring him wealth. What a great way to say good morning and welcome to the Positive Show here on Love Radio 105.1. It's the 9th day of the 12th month, 2025. As we stated, diligent hands bring wealth. What are you doing to bring wealth to yourself? The good, the bad, the ugly. We all benefit from one thing. The 24 hours given us by God. My question to you this morning, what have you to do with your 24 hours? What are those plans you've made to execute the 24 hours? Because lazy hand make a man poor, diligent hands bring him wealth. My name is Rufus Divine Khan, and I'm pretty seated this morning. And I'm grateful to be counted amongst the living. If it wasn't for the Lord on my side, some of us would have been today. But by His special grace, we are safe and sound. Though we are not where we want to be, but we are not where we used to be. And we must give thanks and appreciation to God. When we wake up in the morning, seeing the dawn of a new day, tell God thank you. Others have planned to see this day, but the cold hands of death took them away. Others are lying in the hospital. Others are behind bars. Whatever the situation may be, saying all things we should give thanks. So I'm giving thanks this morning, and I ask that you do so because we have barely 22 more days. If I'm not mistaken, 22 more days. To say goodbye to the year 2025. You may honor those resolutions at the beginning of 2025. How far are you with those resolutions you've made? Did he accomplish any? Some accomplished, others did not. During the injury time, so you need to strive those things that you had at the top of your priority for the year and did not accomplish. You can forward them to 2026. Make them the first priority, and then the ones you have for 2026 can be the next priority. Put in time. Time waits for no man. So as usual, I'm here Tuesdays and Thursdays. We bring you the flight surges from the Roberts International Airport, the vehicular traffic movement update, health tip, security alerts. We chip in on those trending issues. And we've added to our plate this morning. It's going to be a continuous process because the media is where people need to be informed. It's where you get education and entertainment. So as a responsible media institution and a responsible journalist, we see this as our social corporate responsibility to educate our people. The transformation, like I always say, the transformation of Liberia begins with the media. We hold the public trust. And if we hold the public trust, we must produce content that will transform the minds of the people as they go out to make those conscious decisions that will transform their lives and the world around them. So we've added to our plate this morning simple manners and courtesy. A lot of us, this is missing in our society. We don't have simple manners. We need to say courtesy. We'll be touching base on that as well. So at least we get to know how important to have these simple manners and courtesy. Now, definitely the world around us will definitely change. Like I always say to you, when the minds are developed, the eye is going to appreciate the works of the hands. So in order to develop the minds, we as media practitioners, we as media institutions need to get the ball rolling. It's not all about politics. Let's go back to status quo. To educate our people on the little things that matters. I'm here, you are there. A batch of our team song, followed by commercial commitment. More package this morning for you. Welcome to the Positive Show. Call a friend to tell a friend that indeed the Positive Show is on Love Radio 105.1 and Love TV Live on Facebook.
MTN mobile money now to for the first time in Liberia. You can send money from your will send your children's school fees to Rwanda or your market money to Guinea or even order your goods from Ghana. Momo is now across borders. So just star 156 *1#, select international transfers and follow the instructions.
Send money instantly and conveniently across Africa right from the phone. Dial star 156 *1# and select international transfer to cross borders with Momo. Outbound remittance powered by BNB and Lone Star Cell MTN mobile money.
MTN.
Are you looking for fast, reliable internet for your home, small business, or office? Look no further. Get the MTN 4G router from any MTN service center today for just $49 Cat 4 router and $89 Cat 6 router, and enjoy connectivity and convenience like never before. No stress, just connectivity and convenience. You can activate your router yourself at any time using MTN Momo or airtime. Just dial star 355# and enjoy bundles starting as low as $9.
Rush now and get your 4G internet router. Call 5656 for more information. Enjoy affordable, fast, and reliable internet with Lone Star Cell MTN. Business done better.
MTN.
Momona we say key. Y'all want your mole cheese. My people, I get good news. So enjoy the lowest cash out fees in Liberia with MTN mobile money. Only 2% fee will be charged on any transaction, whether big or small. Cash out today for just small money from any of our 25,000 agents across Liberia. No call will go on your feet for your own money business. MTN Momo makes it easy, fast, and secure just for you. Dial star 156# or download the MTN Momo app today to cash out with MTN Momo for just 2% fees. Fast, easy, and secure.
Momo na we say key. Y'all want your mole cheese.
MTN.
Making a face again today. I'm supposed to pay my landlord today, but I forget today that Saturday and the bank is closed soon. But a big problem. But Lone Star MTN mobile money get pushed and push service. Oh yeah, I'm gonna join the money from my bank account to my mobile money account and pay my landlord in 5 minutes. Thank you, Jojo. Thank you.
Banking with MLD's Bank, Kitty Bank, UB Bank, Access Bank, Echo Bank, BDR, IB Bank, Australian Bank, or Global Bank, CD, Visitor Bank. Request to link your bank account to your mobile money account. Get access to your money whenever you need it without any headache. It only takes 3 minutes. No more. Whenever.
MTN.
It's a dawn of a new day in broadcasting, and I have got news for you, radio and television stations owners and managers. Expert Communications Consultant is here to solve your equipment installation and purchasing needs. At Expert Communication Consultant, we are the premier source for professional radio and television installation. Contact us today for the following services. We build, install, and do servicing on towers from start to finish. We do a full installation of radio and television equipment. We soundproof and brand radio and television studios of all kinds. We do repairs on radio and television equipment. We do order radio and television equipment as well as spare parts from Italy. The biggest news is we have state-of-the-art solar broadcasting system that uses solar power. So look no further for your communication perfection. Expert Communication Consultant, your premier source for professional radio and television installation. We are located on 10th Street in Cinco, Monrovia, right in the technology building. We can be contacted on 231-886-462632 or 231-770-462632 or email us at owusup33@yahoo.com. Expert Communication Consultant, your premier source for professional radio and television installation.
Before the sunrise.
Car Renter is bigger and better with affordable rides for you. Anywhere in Monrovia is $5 or its equivalent for a ride. You can order a ride anywhere within Cinco and Central Monrovia and pay just $5 or its equivalent in Liberian dollar. Airport drop-off is $30 or its equivalent in Liberian dollar. Eastville is just $15. Book your ride by calling 0880-3786-92, 0880-378-487, or 0555-773-773. Once again, book your ride by calling 0880-3786-92, 0880-378-487, or 0555-773-773. Car Renters, your affordable ride just for you. After the commercial commitment, we are back this morning. Good morning if you just joined us. This is the Positive let's begin this morning by bringing you the exchange rate. Following the exchange rate, we bring you the weather forecast. From the weather forecast, we reach out there to Francis Kroman, our intern, to bring us update from the traffic, how the traffic is to where he is. And then we move on to other basic information dissemination. Like we told you, we're going to be providing you simple etiquette, like simple manners and courtesy. So let's begin with the exchange rate from the Central Bank of Liberia as posted on Saturday, the 6th of December, on the website of the Central Bank of Liberia, the buying and selling rates. We begin with the buying rates. 175.55 is the buying rate, while the selling rate is 178.01. The buying rate is 175.55, while the selling rate is 178.01. We move now to the weather forecasts. Thanks to the BBC for always giving us updates. As reported this morning, we have 27 degrees Celsius. It's partly sunny, and precipitation is 5%. The wind is blowing 8 kilometers per hour, and humidity is 88%. We now cross over now to the telephone to talk to our intern, Francis Kroman, where Francis is. He's going to be telling us, as he fed us in with the information regarding the vehicular traffic movement along the routes. Okay, so let's see. We have Francis on the line. Good morning, Francis.
Yeah, good morning, Rufus.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm great this morning, and Merry Christmas.
Many happy returns. We look forward to the Christmas. You know, we are in the festive season, approaching the festive season, so I know things are busy, the traffic and all those stuff. So care to tell us, where are you presently?
I'm right there at the Common Youth and Power Party Ministerial Complex. I'm right on the Chapel. So I'm opposite the Ministerial Complex, almost close to the intersection at the Overtown Highway Junction.
Okay. So how's the movement there? The flow of the traffic?
Yeah, the traffic movement here is moving, and then the police officers here with their presence here. We don't have much traffic in this area. You have out of the road that comes to the Congleton Bar Road. They are moving outside all of these cars to come to Worcester. That comes to Worcester, and then also they use the main Boulevard Road to go to Worcester. When you get to the Mr. Place, all those intersections are leading forward into Park 40, which is a peaceful community there. So this is where you find traffic there, but traffic, you find a little big traffic with a period of little, maybe like 1 or 2 minutes. But the movement here is pretty fast and moving. Used to cross. So you found out that when there is a little jam of the traffic, you will use that means to cross from one point to another point.
Okay. Is there any other thing that you actually saw and want to bring to our attention aside from the vehicular traffic movement?
It's nothing much, but reality is the traffic light. I will continue to call on the traffic authorities to see how best they can install all of those points where they installed the traffic light, because for the Pinsville bill, you find out that the traffic light is working, but when you get on the Boulevard Road, you find it difficult for the traffic light. Everything has off. So I call on the Rockwood and send this message to the Rockwood authority to see how best they can find out to reinstate the lead back.
Okay, thank you, Francis. We appreciate your efforts as you go through your internship. We wish you all the best.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being with you this morning.
It's always a pleasure, my brother. So he's Francis Krumah, one of our interns here from the Jonathan Peleli School of Journalism. Francis is doing extremely well. He's always on time, and he's time conscious, and he's always doing the needful, you know. So we must give you a flavor why you contribute to our national growth, okay, through information dissemination. So let's now move to the Roberts International Airport. But before reaching to the airport, let us give a gist of the vehicular traffic movement, like you listen to Francis. So for those of you coming from the Pinsville area, most especially, you are coming from the Calcutta Highway and wanting to have access to Bushra Island, all you need to do when you get around the Mile Barkley area, there's an intersection there that leads towards Johnsonville, where you have the Modern Hotel. Drive in that community. It's going to give you access to Pipeline. Pipeline going to give you access to Johnsonville. Johnsonville going to give you access to the Baptnesville. Baptnesville going to give you access to Kebar. Kebar going to give you access to Dixville. And Dixville going to give you access to the Caldwell area. So head on, you are in the Bushra Island areas. You can find your way without using the main Japanese freeway and getting on the other side from the Freeport before reaching out to where you want to go. So those are all detours that you can use and get yourself to reach your destination in time. Okay, so let's now advise those that are coming from the Douala Inn, what you call the bombing, the clay, all the areas, and also wanting to have access to the Pinsville area, you can so on use the same route that we just talked about. It's very easy. So for those of you coming from the Douala Inn, we understand that the road is clear and the police movement and that of the vehicular movement on that side, because we understood that there came a time where people were actually encroaching on the road. So it gave that whole place a serious movement problem. But as the demolition exercise continue, the road is clear and there are a lot more being done. So we look forward to the dry season where the construction of the road will begin, so that we have a good and a safe path towards other areas. For those of you coming from the Roberts International Airport and wanting to have access to red light without using the ELW junction, when you get around Tinker Village, drive closer, get around the rehab area before reaching the main rehab junction. There's a detour in the community, drive behind former President Weah resident, and they're going to give you access to President Bouaka resident, drive behind President Bouaka resident. You're going to give you access to Zuba Town. Zuba Town gave you access to the GSA. He also gave you access to Duper Road. When you get around the Duper Road market, drive upward, turn right, that's left, turn left, drive upward towards the Duper Road junction. As soon as you reach around the Connect gas station, turn right. Driving through there, gonna give you access to the Benson Hospital. The Benson Hospital, as soon as you pass the Benson Hospital, within a minute, you turn right. You're going to get on the Zeze Community Road. The Zeze Community is going to give you access to park up in. Head on, you are in the deeper part of the Painesville Red Line area. You can drive through the Coca-Cola factory end. You can drive through the pipeline end. That's very simple. And those of you also coming from that end and want to have access to the Roberts International Airport Highway, the rehab, the Duper Road, you can use that same route. Now, when you get around the Duper Road area, know that there is a traffic light. Please adhere to the traffic light. We notice that most of you motorcyclists, you always violating. We want to caution you because you are putting your life at risk. There are people who, from the other end, that they have given, the light has given the red away. While they are moving and you just cross past them, it may lead to accidents. So avoid those things and wait on your time, Yes, wait on your time. As soon as the light, just 1 or 2 minutes, you can have your access and go to where you want to go. Please, even the vehicles, we want you to please adhere to the traffic rules, all right? So fast forward, the traffic congestion builds from the quote-unquote, the Boulevard Junction area there. You start to experience congestion in the traffic, fire pass upward to the Congo Town back road intersection around the 540 area. The traffic gets stalled along that area. And head on, you also experience the congestion in the traffic along the Catholic Junction area. Fast past the Catholic Junction area, the fish market is also an area that you experience congestion in the traffic, and it takes you to the Vamoma area. When you pass Vamoma, there's a little relief in there that pushes you to 20th Street. Right around the 20th Street area, as soon as you pass 20th Street going towards 1918, you will understand that most of the time when the traffic is actually tough, the police give detour, whether by way of the beach side or the land side. So please, we are calling on you to adhere to those detours so it helps to actually get things in place. Fast past that, all along the Tottenham Boulevard, sometimes it gets so tough, bumper to bumper, and they're going to take you as far as Fresh Street in St. Paul, where you have the Stella Maris, the Foreign Ministry, all those areas. So please, let us adhere to the traffic rules. Drivers, please pay attention to the signage. Yes, there are signs on the road. There are signs on the road. Please, if you were not opportune to go to driving school to acquire the knowledge when it comes to the signage along the road, please, you can use that as a tutorial for you. Yeah, look at the people put, and as put in the simple Liberian English. Yeah, just take few minutes of your time, go there and look at all of the instructions given so that when you are driving, you can adhere to those instructions where you need to do detour, turn, right turn, where you need to stop. And we notice that a lot of you drivers, you do not pay attention to the crosswalk. You go as far as very close to the crosswalk. There's a line before reaching the crosswalk. There where you drivers need to stop and give the pedestrians the chance to cross. Do not get closer to the crosswalk and instructing the people to pass. No. And we want to say to the police, please carry on your engagement. We notice that some of these drivers will stop right on the crosswalk to pick up passengers or put passengers down. It's wrong. It's wrong. The crosswalk should be free. It's that place for you to stop and pick up passengers. And to you, the commuters, do not stand around the crosswalk to wait for a car. 6 feet distance from the crosswalk. You can stop there and the vehicle will stop where you are to pick up passengers and not on the crosswalk. With that being said, thanks to the Liberia National Police for your continuous job. Though there are challenges, but we know there are gains as well, and there are prospects as well. So thanks to the IG, the visibility of our police officers, we appreciate, and the outlook, we also appreciate. Though amongst them, we still have bad apples. We're talking about behavior-wise. So they're just all over the place misbehaving. That's one of the areas, as a police officer or as an officer, that's one of the trainings that you get to work on your temperament. Yes. When you are very temperamental, that's one of the things that at the academy, they train you to get rid of. Because most especially those of you who carry arms, you cannot be temperamental and carrying firearms. So you guys need to work on yourselves because you are the first responder in the security sector. You are the people's friend. Whenever things goes on, the first group of people they call in the security sector, the police, followed by other units. So please, let us act responsibly. We move on to our security alert this morning. Our security alert this morning, we want to say to you parents, this is the festive season as we draw closer to the Christmas and that of the New Year. Please be vigilant. Make sure before you go to bed, check the doors and windows, make sure they are safe and closed. Do not leave it with the kids to do. For those of you who do not have electricity and you're using candles or the lantern or whatever, please make sure to get the kids to put the candle in. Place the candle or the mosquito coil. Do not place the candle or the mosquito coil near, let's say, the curtains or something that can easily be burned. No, place it in the metal area, so that when it burns out, it will remain right in there. Yes. When you are leaving the homes, please give the kids instructions. Before you come back, your home will be empty because, the criminals are all out. They have come with different strategies. Oh, my lega pigo by me natina. I would say, no, number one, yo. Then I try, out of goodwill, will leave the home to go and buy something for that person. When that child leaves, that person have access to the home. And before that child comes back, it's a different ball game. It's a different story. So please, give the children warnings before leaving the home. And let them not always be out there, oh, please carry the thing to the person. No. My mom said, in as much I don't know this person, I shouldn't get engaged with these kinds of things. Simple as it. So now we move on to our health tip. Our health tip this morning, like we always say, drink water as often as you can. You know, it helps to actually get the system working. A lot of you don't drink water. Avoid the caffeine kind of drink. They are energy drink. It has a huge content of caffeine. Please avoid those kinds of drink. It's not healthy for you. Make sure when you are going to bed, you drink your lime tea or your ginger tea. Avoid the intake of cold water while eating oily food. Avoid the intake of cold water while eating oily food. And avoid eating oily food before going to bed. It is not healthy for you. Avoid eating oily food before going to bed. You can get your cucumber, you get your lettuce and all the kind of small thing, and you munch on before going to bed. It is going to help because eating the cucumber is very much important that you can get yourself, get the system to break down all of the component of food. Cucumber is very important, yes. And you can also get this to detox the liver and kidney. Get the coconut water and that of the lime juice, or you get the lime, squeeze it in the coconut water, and you take that in. It's very important. For those of you who are bothered with pressure, you bother with ulcer and all those kind of stuff, get the cabbage. You blend the cabbage, squeeze the water and drink it. It's very healthy. The cabbage, blend it, squeeze the water, and you drink it. Make it a normal routine. It's going to help with the ulcer. All right. For those of you with asthma, it's encouraging that you get yourself the coconut water, place it in the container, like the mineral water bottle, get the bitter cola, and the bitter cola, and place it in that mineral water bottle with the coconut water. Let us. Following that, you can take a sip before going to work. You come from work, you take your sip before going to bed. It's going to help with the asthma. It's going to help with a lot. It's going to help. It's very healthy. So let's move now to the Roberts International Airport. With arrivals, we begin with arrivals at the Roberts International Airport. This morning, flight Trader 24 is reporting that our first flight to touch grounds at the Roberts International Airport will be Ethiopian Airlines. Ethiopian Airlines flight ET942 from Freetown, Sierra Leone will arrive at the Roberts International Airport at 10:05 this morning. And the next flight is Askar Airlines. Askar Airlines flight KP20 from Accra, Ghana. We arrive at the Roberts International Airport at 5:50 this evening. And lastly, for arrivals at the Roberts International Airport, we have Brussels Airlines. Brussels Airlines flight SN241 from Freetown, Sierra Leone. We arrive at the Roberts International Airport at 9:15 this evening, concluding the arrivals of flights at the Roberts International Airport. In terms of departures, we have Ethiopian Airlines. Ethiopian Airlines departs the Roberts International Airport at 11:05 this morning for Addis Ababa, and the flight is ET942. Ethiopian Airlines flight ET942 departs the Roberts International Airport for Addis Ababa at 11:05, and simple manners and courtesy. Simple manners and courtesy. But let us get a brief out this morning. Yes. And who's going to be doing that for us is Josephine Koluba. Josephine Koluba, alias Coffee with Jojo. Josephine Koluba will be giving us our reliever this morning. You know, work with our playmate Jacks Odobor. So we're going to get a little bit of entertainment this morning from the lady Josephine Koluba. Upon that, we will move on to our next point. So Josephine Koluba is out with this one. Let's get the connection done quickly. Josephine Koluba will get us this entertainment at the moment. Oh my God. This is the fastest show. If you just joined us, we'd love to say welcome. Welcome to it. This is where we exchange ideas for the common good of our beloved country. We have no allegiance to any political party. I love
Never show my face deep down inside. Your girl won't cry. I'm just trying to be. So if you see me on the road, it's between me and I, so when it's so hard. Look at the pressure on the street, expectation beating your tail. Some of your full face and I fulfill. I see the hits, say hello, say hello. We got country full of jobs in the streets full of young boys. Small get in that club. You get the degree, but have to get your. You gotta help us. But I know one day. Everything will be right. You will be right. Oh, I know one day. Everything will be alright. Everything will be alright. Oh, I love music. Wake up every morning, feeling this weight on my shoulder. Trying to be strong. Sometimes I just feel older. Society has done me to be tough. To never show my baby deep down inside. Your girl won't cry. I'm just trying to live. So if you see me on the road, it's between me and I, so when it's so hard. I'm trying to have all the dumb side. I don't want to ever take the dumb side. Too many people got my life, but trust me, no, they ain't got my contact. If you know the place, then when I pass, you're not gonna see me on the dumb side. But I know one day everything will be alright. Yeah, I'll be alright. Oh, I Look at the pressure on the street, expectation is easier. Some of your fulfilled and not fulfilled. I see the hits, so I know. We got country full of junk in the streets full of your bones. Small getting better. You get a degree, but not to get your. You gotta help me. But I know. Everything will be right. You will be right. Oh, I know. Everything will be right.
Oh yes, no matter what the circumstances are, everything gonna be all right one of these days. So keep on holding on, never lose guard, keep the faith. Like I always say to you, when the minds are developed, the eye is going to appreciate the works of the hands. So this morning, we've come to another segment of our broadcast that has to do with simple manners and courtesy. A lot of us, regardless of who you are, there are a lot of elderly people nowadays who don't have simple manners, at least to say courtesy. Yes, but when it comes to our own turn, we demand people to give us the courtesy. We demand people to show us that simple manners. But let us understand, if our society is to be changed or transformed, it begins with you and I. That's why, as a responsible media institution and a responsible journalist, I thought it wise to use this medium to educate us. We all are at fault for the level of things that are going on in our country. Like I always say to people, the media plays a pivotal role in all that we experience in this country. The good, the bad, the ugly. The media plays a pivotal role in it. So as media practitioners, as media institutions, we must go back to status quo. The media is a place where people tune in or follow to get educated. They follow to get entertained. They follow to get education and information. So if we sit there and politicize our contents, we politicize everything we do is all about politics on our space. Come on, the minds of the people will be entrenched with politics, and the necessary things, the simple things that they need to get to move on and transform the world around them, they miss out on it. And life is just about time and the season. So in terms of this, we talk about using proper greetings. How often do we actually take up the time to greet people? We should always greet people with a smile and a hello. We should always do that. If you are not sure what to say, just say a simple hello. How are you? Will surface. When meeting someone for the first time, it is also important to introduce yourself and make eye contact while shaking hands. You're speaking to somebody the first time. Oh, how are you? My name is Rufus Divine Clement. And you? That's how I feel. I look in a different place. Come on. It's wrong. I must look you in the eye while shaking hands. Yes. The next one, say please and thank you. This is missing in our society. A lot of us don't do it. A lot of us. For me, I've made this something I don't know for the past time now. I just took onto it. When I get into a vehicle, and as soon as I reach my destination, pay the driver. When I'm getting there, I say thank you. And I make it a serious habit. It is very good. It is very good. Oh, by paying the man, what can I tell you thank you for? By the grace of God, that driver was able to drive you safely to your destination. Though you pay him, but thank you. It shows how responsible you are. Thank you. Please. Oh, you can give me that thing, man. Come on. No matter how little that person may be, no matter how small that child is. Please. We encourage her to do what you ask her to do. Please. Say, oh, they entertain me, please. I need to do it. Come on me, I need to do it. Even at your level, your peers. Oh, please hand me that stuff. Please hand me this stuff. Please. It's very important for us to say these are things that we need to practice. These are basic manners that shows gratitude and respect. Always say please when making a request, and thank you when receiving help from others. It is very important to us. Very, very much important. And when we begin to do this, that's what I said to somebody the last time. When it comes to what you call this stuff, customer service in Liberia. These are things that are lacking. Please, I can help you. When you go to Ghana, that's why I always praise Ghana, because these are places that we went and we are experiencing for ourselves. So when we talk about these things, comparing it to our own country, that's why we always showcase what they do there. When the children finish smiling with you, you just feel that they're in love with you. But no, it encourages you as a person who's going there to get the service that they offer. But well, again, you frown, you talk harshly and other kind of stuff. Customers, smiling with people will not take anything off you. It will encourage people to get around you. Come on. Hello, please. Can I help you? How we offer this, and this. Welcome, sir. You know, wearing that smile. That person said, if you encourage them to go and sit down. Sometimes you go to the restaurant or business area while you are standing there. They're doing a different thing, their own phone. They don't even care about your presence. After all, they say they run a service and that you need a service. They didn't come after you. No. Simple manners and courtesy. We need to learn these things. So these are basic manners that shows gratitude and respect. Always say please when making a request, and thank you when receiving help from somebody. Let us take on this. Our society will change. Our mentality will change. Someone does something for you, thank you. If even you wanted millions of dollars and the person was not able to provide that $1 million for you, but at least they made a strive to produce $100, say thank you. That means you appreciate what the person have done. Though you needed more, but the person showed that level that if they had, they would have done it. So appreciate it. Look at you. I said, I want you to give me $50, $50 you got you. That be mean, I mean you send $50 to from where America. Look at you. That mean you send $10 to from where that. Show gratitude. Be appreciative. Sometimes people can test your ability through these things. Somebody go about doing something for you, and they want to test your ability to see how grateful you are. Though the person is capable of doing it for you, but they drop it to that level so that they get to know the real you. So you say that, okay, from where America, you can send me $10. Come on, be appreciative, show gratitude. When you learn these things, it goes a long way. When you learn these things, it goes a long way with you. Our schools, you need to teach the children. You know, my sister do have a school, the Divine Grace, the class Divine Grace on the River Avenue there in Painesville, Abitoba Road. Sometimes I go and visit. My son attend the school. Divine is there. So when the children see you, the first thing, good morning, visitor, or good afternoon. How are you? Thank you. And you just send greetings to them. Thanks so much for coming. If you live in, thanks so much. We appreciate your visit. I mean, the children are learning these things. In our schools, all of our schools, you need to teach these children simple manners and courtesy. They are future leaders. A lot of people nowadays, you know, who are now opportune to get these kind of trainings. This is about time. No matter how big you are, do not feel too proud or big to learn. This is something that we're passing on. Maybe you are not opportune to acquire this in school. Showing gratitude is very important. Thank you, please. Don't be hostile. Be very moderate. And our next point here, we need to practice good table manner. A lot of us, we like these table manners. Table manners includes using utensils properly, keeping your elbows off the table, and chewing with your mouth closed. Also, wait until everyone is served before starting to eat. So let's take, for instance, you and your friends went to the restaurant and they serve you people the food. You put your hands out, start eating over it. Come on, no. You like table manner. And please, when you are eating, don't put your hands on the table. No. It is not good. We need to learn these things. Maybe you go to a dinner. You know, while they're serving people. Quick up a minute, you now start picking over the food. We're used to these things. We need to desist. It just shows who we are. Be mindful of your language. A lot of us, and we find this happening even in the same media space. The media now is a point of introduction of rude manners. The media introduces to the people that indeed it is a good thing for you to insult your leaders. The media now, some media institutions, they are the instructors of bad words. All because the mindset, the politics have taken that usefulness of them. They feel that it is the only language to use so that the leaders or those people who they are aiming at will listen. Come on, no. Let us not use our space that way. The people follow you to acquire knowledge, to learn new things. That's why you, as a media practitioner, you need to be on top of your game. Read more. You need to learn new things. Come to the discourse with new ideas that will transform the society. And I always say to people, if care is not given, the media will plunge this country into an unbearable situation, and at the end of the day, we all will feel the brunt of it. That's why I always call on the Press Union of Liberia and those relevant authorities to take siege of the matter. It's not being politicized and they antagonizing us because we are not prayer seekers. No, it's not about that. It's about the sanity of the society. When a child who constantly listens to you, using inverters on the radio, what he takes in, he believes that it is right to insult BB people. Let me put it in a simple Liberian way. He listens to you. For every time he listens, he hears you using the F words. He hears you using all sort of wrong words that are not meant for the airwaves. So, and nothing is done about that. He sees it as something that's good. This thing started way back. This thing started when it started after people who call themselves political commentators now infiltrated the system, and because of financial gains, institutions, owners started giving space to these people. They started using inverters, and the leaders adhered to these inverters and started reaching out to these people. So those of the good ones who were still following the ethical standards of the profession and attention was not paid to them, they say, oh, the language that people can understand when you insult, when you denigrate them, you say negative things, you carry propaganda against them, that the only people that can look up to. So let us also join it. That's how you see a lot of people. So sometimes it shouldn't be a surprise to you, because this is where some of these people take cue from. They say, during that time, and the men used to sit on radio and insult people, and they call you in the corner, they gain car, they gain travel opportunities. Man said to, I need to sit on the radio and insult you and carry on misinformation, disinformation. They will call me too. Come on, hell no. God help me. Because simple manners and courtesy, I learned these things. I learned these things. So it sends a serious dent on your upbringing. That tells us that your parent did not raise you well. You are not brought up properly, because if you can sit on public platform and use inverters, come on, you are not read properly. You are not brought up properly. So that's why we say, be mindful of your language. Avoid using foul language, especially in public spaces or around children. Use polite and respectful language at all times. You, the parent, you send there, you send the girl to buy something. Oh, you okay? Your part this, your this, your that. What you are doing, you are teaching that child to be rude. You are teaching that child to be rude. So parents, they say chastity, they want to call charity. No, it's chastity to chastise somebody, to put training in somebody. Chastity begins at home and ends abroad. If you will sit there and don't chastise that child in the proper way and loosely give that child the wrong upbringing, what is happening? That child grows up with it. He gets in the public space. He starts to bring into play the things he learned over the time. Oh, my mind to curse me. So, Cousin Bennett, I need to curse you too. And I felt empathy. I can say what I want to say. So that's why we always say the media is a place where we all, as media practitioners, regardless you've been given attention or not, your words that are not meant for the airwaves, don't use them. Yes, don't use them. Even in your daily activities, come on, let us practice these simple manners and courtesy. Another thing we say, you should have respect for personal space. Don't stand too close to people, and always ask before touching someone. Be aware of your surrounding and respect people's privacy. Oh yes, a lot of us, we are fond of that habit. A lot of us. I'm not exempted from that. So when I was going through my studies, preparing myself for the show, and I came across this, now I have learned and I'm going to put it into practice. So these are things. That's why I always say, whenever you read, you learn new things. So let us not get tired of reading. Read more. So we say we should respect personal space. Another thing here has to do with dress appropriately. A lot of us dress appropriately. Dress appropriately for the occasion and location. Take into consideration or take into account the dress code and cultural norms. If you are unsure of the dress code, remember that it's always better to be slightly overdressed and underdressed. Slightly overdressed and underdressed. Take care of your personal hygiene, including bathing regularly, brushing your teeth, and wearing clean clothes. Man, going in the open, you also see, you wear clothes that your entire shape is shown. You go into foreign affair. Who dare you? They won't allow you in there. That's why at the capital, they got this rule. You cannot go there with a t-shirt. You cannot dress appropriately and go at the capital. The mansion, foreign affairs. There are other areas you get in, but some people they will just dress anyhow. You want to lose consistency? Come on, very simple manner and courtesy. The way you dress is how people are going to address you. Let us know this. The way you dress is how people are going to address you. Another thing we turned up this morning concerning simple manners and courtesy, it has to do with you be a good listener. A lot of us don't listen. A lot of us, we don't listen. So pay attention to what people are saying and show interest in their opinions. Avoid interrupting or dominating the conversation. Also, be respectful and considerate of other people's opinion. This is also something that is lacking in our society. You see college students debating issues. The rules of conversation is never observed. Come on. At the higher level of education, you cannot apply the simple things as such. Don't worry about the people who have not gone to school. That's why I always frown at our friends who find themselves doing unorthodox things like getting involved with violence and seeing themselves as militants and being very disruptive and putting out ruler behavior. It only shows your limitation. Despite you are at the microcosm of the society, but understand your limitation is shown through your attitude. The attitude you exhibit out there. You may be a graduating senior, you may be a college student, but your output, it shows your level of understanding. You know, I'm a college student, I'm a college graduate. Yeah. Let us see it in your character. I would say your attitude will always pass through the office of your character. These are things that we need to start, putting our minds to cause some level of transformation. The transformation of our beloved country, Mama Liberia, begins with these things. Transforming the mind, the renewing of our minds. We need to renew our minds. We are so entrenched into politics to the extent the simple things that matters, we play deaf ear to it. And it's creeping on our society day and night. What's the good example are we setting for the younger ones? If the younger ones see us doing these things that are not right for the society, that's why the societal norms. You are being accused of corruption in other countries, in other respectable countries. the first and foremost thing you will do is to recuse yourself from whatever position and go and face the trial or whatever. And after that, when you are exonerated, you can choose to go back to your office or not. But in Liberia, we take proud. People are very proud of, we say, oh, the man are corrupt man, the man, he stole this. And it is proving that you stole. You say, oh, but that other people can steal and go pay the osa. But I still pay, yeah, that any bad thing. We have made this thing a norm of our society. So people have cleaved onto it and see it as the best means to survive in society. Yes. Now, another aspect of our simple manner and courtesy, we want to say to you, we are part and parcel of it. Put your phones away while in a gathering. Put your phones away. Maybe somebody call you for a date, and you understand, say, let's go for a date, or let's go for a dinner or so. You're to the place, so all of you seated around the table waiting for your food or whatever it is. You need to be having conversation. You just on your phone. You just on your phone, your hair back. Oh man, you all in the phone. Then what's the essence of you being in a gathering? If you will be on the phone 24/7, what's the essence of you being in a gathering? So you need to understand to avoid using your phone or other electronic devices when in the presence of others, especially during a conversation or meeting. These are simple things, but they are very important. Avoid using your phone or other electronic devices when in the presence of others, especially during a conversation or meeting. A lot of us don't get engaged with this. We always, if I wanted to be on my phone and have conversation with you, then why I brought you here? So the best thing that you can ever do is to put away your phone and then pay attention. That's why you both decided to go to that spot, to have conversation, private conversation. When you go to a place, everybody on their phone. You go to a wedding, everybody on their phone. You go to some occasion, everybody on their phone. Come on. We need to desist from these practices. We need to desist from these practices. And another thing we need to bring to your attention is punctuality. They told you the interview is at 9 o'clock. You there, you stay, okay, interview at 9 o'clock, okay. You woke up by 8:30. You got ready. It's already 9. Then you're on your way now. Come on. Show respect for other people's time by being punctual for appointments and meetings. If you are running late, let the other person know as soon as possible. Don't keep the person waiting. Oh, I come here, I come here. I come here, but we way on the other side. Be truthful. Be in time. Let's say, for instance, if you are making your way earlier and then you got caught up in traffic, let the person know what is happening. Don't keep them in doubt. We talk about punctuality. Be punctual. Go in time or ahead of time. So one of my friends encouraged me and said, look, Divine, all you need to do is to have your time 5 or 10 minutes early. Have your time, set your time 5 or 10 minutes early. That will put you in a better position. So when you are asked to go to a place by 10 o'clock, your time will already tell you that within 10 minutes time, so long as it tells you it's 10 o'clock, that means it's 10 minutes to 10. So do it ahead of time. It'll put you in a better position to always live in time. And that's the reason of that. So we ask that we simple thing that thank you. Please. It looks simple. It's very important. These are simple manners, courtesy that we need to learn. We need to learn it. When someone does something for you, say thank you. When you're requesting something for somebody, say please. It encourages the person to put in what you have requested for. Actually looking at our society for where we are now and getting engaged with the year 2026, we must have the renewing of our minds. If we cannot play this role as a media institution, what's going to happen? Our people will enter 2026 with the same mindset and they expect to have a change in the surrounding. No. You cannot be doing one thing over and over and expect different results. We must first begin with the renewing of our minds. When our minds are renewed, what's going to happen? The things around us are going to change. That's why yesterday I taught on the topic, the power of the mind. And this morning we're going to throw light on that. The power of our minds. He said, as a man thinketh, so is he. Whatever someone go to do, he engaged his mind. He processed that in his mind before bringing it into action. Oh, I know as you laugh, you did it. You processed it in your mind before doing it. It never came out of the clear blue sky. No, you must have processed that in your mind. And through processing it, you did not look at the pros and cons of it. You were only looking at your personal gains. So you did it. You felt it was the right thing to do. Don't say you never thought, is it happy? I know I'm happy. No, you know. You process that in your mind. So let's go for our commercial commitment to be right back. This is the Positive Show. This is where we teach, Yes, we teach. Instead of hardcore politics and all the kind of stuff, we get those basic things that will transform your life, that will transform the world around you. Every day we talk politics. No. Let us get engaged with the simple things that matters. Learning about courtesy, learning manners is very important. So let's get our commercial commitment. My name is Rufus Divine Connor. This is the Positive Show.
Before the sunrise.
Your car renter is bigger and better with affordable rides for you. Anywhere in Monrovia is $5 or its equivalent for a ride. You can order a ride anywhere within Cinco and Central Monrovia and pay just $5 or its equivalent in Liberian dollar. Airport drop-off is $30 or its equivalent in Liberian dollar. And Painesville is just $15. Book your ride by calling 0880-3786-92, 0880-378-487, or 0555-773-773. Once again, book your ride by calling 0880-3786-92, 0880-378-487, or 0555-773-773. You car renters, your affordable ride just for you.
Whoa! MTN mobile money now to you for the first time in Liberia. You can send money from your phone straight to Africa, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Guinea, stressing on how you will send your children school fees to Rwanda or your market money to Guinea or even order your goods from Ghana. Momo is now across borders, so just star 156 *1#, select international transfers and follow the instructions.
Send money instantly and conveniently across Africa right from the phone. Dial *156 *1# and select international transfer to cross borders with Momo. Outbound remittance powered by BNB and Lone Star Cell MTN mobile money.
MTN.
Are you looking for fast, reliable internet for your home, small business, or office? Look no further. Get the MTN 4G router from any MTN service center today for just $49 Cat 4 router and $89 Cat 6 router, and enjoy connectivity and convenience like never before. No stress, just connectivity and convenience. You can activate your router yourself at any time using MTN Momo or airtime. Just dial *355# and enjoy bundles starting as low as $9.
Rush now and get your 4G internet router. Call 5656 for more information. Enjoy affordable, fast, and reliable internet with Lone Star Cell MTN. Business done better.
MTN.
Momo na we say again. You all want your cheese.
My people, I get good news, so enjoy the lowest cash out fees in Liberia with MTN mobile money. Only 2% fee will be charged on any transaction, whether big or small. Cash out today for just small from any of our 25,000 agents across Liberia. No call will grow on your feet for your own money business. MTN Momo makes it easy, fast, and secure just for you. Dial *156# or download the MTN Momo app today to cash out with MTN Momo for just 2% fees. Fast, easy, and secure.
Momo na we say again. You all want your cheese.
MTN.
Okay. After the commercial commitment, we are back to business. We're going to be talking about the power of our minds. So reaching out to us this morning, we want to say to all of us listening, let us use this medium to appreciate ourselves for who we are and our little contribution to the growth and development of our beloved country, Mama Liberia. We know things are the way they are due to circumstances, whatever it is. Like the good book rightly said in Proverbs 23 verse 7, that says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So I want to say to us this morning, regardless of your political affiliation, regardless of your status in society, all that we do in this life, or we ought to do in this life, is based on time. Time is very important. Your mindset is another thing. So I always say to people, you must be able to engage your mind before putting your mouth in gear. That means know what you want to say before saying it. And you must have gone to do your little check. What about this thing? What's the good side of it? What's the bad side of it? Now, we know all will not be rosy, and all have not been rosy over the period of time, whether past or present. But as a nation and people, we have our responsibility. We have our roles and responsibility in transforming our beloved country, Mama Liberia. We have our roles and responsibilities. That's why I always call on the relevant authority to reintroduce the teaching of civics in our schools. The reason being, it will help to enlighten the minds of our students and the citizenry. Because if a man knows his roles and responsibility in the society, what happens? He gets engaged in doing the positive things. He gets engaged in doing those things that are required of him or that are required of her. They say ignorance to the law is no excuse. So in order for us to have a good society or a better society, that you and I, regardless of our political affiliation, regardless of our ideology, political ideology, we will benefit from the 24 hours God has given us in a very positive way, and as a nation and people. Let's take, for instance, if you find yourself in the opposition, you find yourself in the opposition and all you think about your country is evil, or because you do not agree with the people who are leading you, so you wish them evil. But at the same time, you are the one wanting to see the transformation and wanting to have the better livelihood so that you can get the best you want in life. How does it work? The mindset. That's why Proverbs 23 verse 7 tells us, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. We wish our country bad. We wish evil for our nation. We wish evil for our friends. But we want things to happen for us. I know somebody will say, the time we're in power, these same people were the ones wishing us evil. We know these are things that you politicians are involved with. But we are looking at the transformation of our country. We are looking at the transformation of Mama Liberia. How can Mama Liberia be transformed when we continue to do the same old thing and expecting different results? We want Liberia to succeed. We want Liberia to be transformed. But the transformation of the country begins with renewing of our minds as citizens. That's what I always say to you. When the minds are developed, the eyes will appreciate the works of the hands. Come what may. Gradually, we're seeing these things taking place. We're seeing these things taking roots in the political arena. We see people from opposition appreciating people who are at the helm of power. And we see people who are at the helm of power appreciating what the people in the opposition are doing. So gradually, our message is actually resonating. It may not be as fast as others will think it should be, but gradually we are getting to the point where people will understand their roles and responsibility in society, and people will understand that regardless of the political ideology, Liberia stands tall amongst all. Liberia is bigger than the political leader. Liberia is bigger than the personal greed. Liberia is bigger than any other thing that you may think of. The renewing of our minds. That's why I always single out that the renewing of the transformation of Liberia starts with the media. What are the things we are putting out there? What are the information we are putting out? See the social media flooded with a lot of bad information. So I ask, are these things not happening? They are happening. Some are happening. Amidst the challenging moments, there are also prospects and gains. Are we running with those gains? Are we running with those gains like we are running with the negatives? If you will continue to do one thing over and over again and say, hey, you did it to me too, I must say I will do it to you. Forget to know that time is passing by. The children that you are born in, they are growing up in that same vein. The livelihood they should have, they won't have it. And the things that they should learn, they won't learn it. All because our mindset is so naive to the extent that we want things at a hostage. When it is not us, it shouldn't be the other people. Only me can transform it. the next man will never transform it because he was also out my back, making sure that I don't succeed. We need to change our mentality. Someone say, why now? Now, this is it. They say fools don't change, but the wise change. Only fools will want to remain where they are. That's why you are always told that failure comes about when you fail and continue and remain to where you are. That makes you a failure. But when you fail and you dust yourself up and begin from where you fail and persevere, you are not a failure. You were just taught a lesson. There were some things that you should have done that you did not do and missed out on that brought about the act of failure. But you own up to it, not blaming people for your misfortune, but owning up to whatever has happened because you are the partner of what you are about in this life. So if we continue to engage ourselves, oh yeah, because he did it to me too, someone say I will do it to him, you will not grow. You will remain stagnated. And at the end of the day, life is not waiting for you. Time is passing by. So if we can take up the time and put behind us all of those negative vibes. Yes, you did it to me when I was there. You castigated, you said a lot of things. Yes, but I've come with a new and a renewed mind. Will I continue to do the same old thing that you did to me and expect different results? No. So what I need to do is to let go and own up to all that has happened and forge ahead, because we want to lead a society that is transformed so that our impact can be felt. So not because you slapped me yesterday, so this time around I need to slap you too because I want to show supremacy. No. If our leaders, be it the ruling establishment or those in the opposition, can grab this concept, it's not about you, it's about the people and the country. People that we gave birth to, nations that we gave birth to, they are far ahead of us. We contributed to a lot of nations' independence in Africa. Where are we today? These are people that are coming to settle matters for us. While you should be the one settling matters like you started on through your foundation. Is that making sense to us? Ghana that we gave birth to, Ghanaians, the king, other nationals, the king to Liberia, a land. We are blessed. Until we can recognize who we are, our identity, until we can recognize our identity and cleave to our purpose. And this begins with you and I. I have my role to play as a media practitioner. Regardless of being a citizen, I am in a space where I should provide information that will be factual, balanced, and credible. But because I'm aligned with a political party or a political figure, so what I do, I bring on the truth. I censor the information, not because I want to please the aggrandizement of that individual, forgetting to know that it has a trickle-down effect on me and my unborn or my children's story. Some of the things that our elderly people, when they were in the youthful ages, did is now haunting us. And we are paying the price for their actions. Until we can realize that we need to let go of those things and forge ahead. That's why I always caution my young friends. It's not about you being all in the news. at you. Reason being, instead of you taking on the radical approach, you have tried this time without numbers, leadership in, leadership out, there is no result positive for you. What you can do? Be innovative. Now, you have institutions. You have people, corporate institutions around here. So since the government is not looking in that direction to transform the University of Liberia to what it should be, now, like I mentioned the last time, I talked about when we were at the University of Liberia, all was that rose, but the guys at the time, they had their own shortcomings, but what they did, they were more creative by engaging leaders, stakeholders, soliciting fundings that will enable them to pay the fees of those colleagues who were unable to pay fees for the semester. That was very creative. That was innovative. Complete innovation. Since the government will not provide the free education, we as a political group, student political based group on campus, we need to look in that direction and provide means for our colleagues. We don't want them being put out of school. We want them to go to school. So what we need to do here is to solicit fundings from comrades, past leaders, past leaders of the same political groupings on campus that are now in the society making airways, corporate institutions, go out to them, soliciting fundings. And these funds that were generated, they were used for the intended purpose by paying the fees of colleagues on campus who were unable to pay their fees. That's creativity. Instead of you going and throwing stones, battle cry, clapping and shouting, it doesn't make sense. Look around you. We are in the 21st century. And at this point in time, if we continue to do one thing over and over and still expect different results, we are not heading anywhere. We will continue to remain stagnated from one leadership to the other. If this leadership passes, another leadership comes, you will continue to be battle cry, will continue to be demonstrating, and at the end of the day, your time is passing by. I said to you, my friends, no disrespect. Your time is passing by. It's time for you to be innovative. That's why Proverbs 23 verse 7 tells us, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. What are you thinking about? You think violence will change the situation on campus? No, it won't. It will only delay you, because when you demonstrating, your time is passing by. The semester is time bound. So while you are demonstrating, campus is put on hold, activities on campus put on hold. If you think that you are doing it to the people, say the child who say the mom will not sleep, that child said will not sleep. You are getting older. The children that are in high school now, you are far ahead of them. Educationally, you are far ahead of them. That child is in 10th grade. Let's say, for instance, you continue to demonstrate. That child, the time you take him to stay out of school, that child passed to 11th grade. From 11th grade, you stay demonstrating, that child passed to the 12th grade. You stay demonstrating, that child comes in. Attending another university, first semester freshman, second semester freshman, you stay there demonstrating. You out of school. One semester you in, another semester you out. All because you want to demonstrate. At the end of the day, that child who was in the 10th grade have passed, graduated from high school, now in college. First semester, second semester, you were sophomore. That person can catch up with you now. You still demonstrating, you still militant, singing all of the songs around here. You have turned out to be musicians. But you think that you are doing it to somebody, you are also injuring yourselves. So it's about time that you consciously say and ask yourself, we have tried this thing time without numbers, and it's not making any fruitful result for us. What we need to do now, we have beer factory, we have a corporate institution, the Lone Star, the Orange here. During our time at the University of Liberia, that's why I said the past leadership of these political groupings on campus, they were very innovative. Though they had lapses, but they were very innovative. You see on campus there, some of the seating capacity that you have on campus, how it came about. It was through innovation. The leaders of the political party on campus saw the need. There was no seating capacity in the park. People were seated on rocks. So they engaged Lone Star. And Lone Star saw it befitting because they were carrying on the promotions. So it's okay, if we can construct the seating capacity and put our elements on there, it's another form of branding and visibility for us. That's how Lone Star constructed. It was during our time at the university when Lone Star constructed the park there and turned over to the leadership. It was a boost for the leadership at the time. There were a lot of things on campus there. There are a lot of things that some of you are benefiting from on campus today that the past leadership, they got engaged with and saw the need for the transformation. Now you are talking about E-Porter. During our time, we never had that. It was the advocacy of the past leadership. While we used to stay in line to do our job, the past leadership were engaging the authority constructively. No, we are in the 21st century. We cannot have our students still standing online and classes time passing by. We need to get engaged. Let's do the technology. Let's get involved with technology and leave this manual thing. Today, what you are benefiting, it was brought to play. The folks at the time, they were engaging the authority of the university to do those things. They were now, though they had their own shortcomings, but they were not all around the place here. Battle cry, singing song, turned out to musicians. No, they were being constructive in their engagement with the leadership, though they had their own shortcomings. And now, what you can do at present to transform and change the narrative for you. We know that the university is not painted, the capacity is not what it should be. You as a student political party on campus, you need to be very innovative and creative. Now, let us engage some of these pin factories around here. We have some of our comrades who have knowledge in painting. Okay, the pin factory, how do you call them? You got the Seti brother, you got the Seti Billers and all the people around here. We are student political based on party on campus, and we have called on the government, we have called on our institution, the authority of the institution to provide a conducive environment for us, but it seems like our call is falling on deaf ears. So we thought of being creative and making the environment conducive for ourselves. So we want you to join us in this process by providing us pins so that we can pin our classes or pin our campus to give the campus a facelift right there. These institutions, they want visibility, they want promotion. So they will see that as a means of promotion and get engaged with you guys. You can paint the building. It gave the building a facelift. You know what you're doing there now? Instead of you causing the damage, you are being creative and showing the weakness of the institution, the heads of the institution. Instead of them looking at you to be violent, the public will know that you are eager to learn and you want that livelihood. So that's why you are engaging in positive ventures. And when you are engaged with those positive ventures and they're yielding fruitful results, now there comes in the pressure on the institution heads. Say, but you are there to put into place all of these mechanisms so that the children have a conducive environment for learning. But we see that you are not doing it. The monies that are made available for the renovation of the university, you guys are not putting these fundings into the right usage. So the kids are not going out to do these things that you should be doing. Right there, you see people being sacked. You demonstrating, people will be sacked because they are to do this thing and they are not doing it. You, the student, doing it because you want to have. Let's take for instance, you are renting someone's house, and this person, it is the responsibility of the person to make sure that the house is in good condition, so that when you, the renter, move in, you can have a suitable environment for yourself. When you move into that house, the house had, 1 or 2 leakages. What do you think you can do? Because you want to live in the way you want to live, you have that negotiation. Look, Mr. Landlord, the place is leaking. It is your responsibility to fix this place. But if I fix it now, the cost that is attached will be deducted from the rent I'm due to pay you. Simple. What's going to happen there? There will be an agreement. Okay, yes, do the renovation and give me the cost. We will deduct it from your rent that you ought to pay. Right there, you've brought in innovation because you want to live in a place that is conducive for you, for your liking. Not because the man that all you want, he want your money. It's raining on you, sunshine is shining on you. He doesn't care about that. What he cares about, at the end of the month, you must pay him money. So you are living in a place and you want to live at your standard. What you will do the needful and have an agreement that will cover the things that you ought to have, or the contribution that you ought to make in transforming that building. Those are things, that's what we call innovation. So you guys at the university, these are things that you need to do. These are engagement that you need to have. You have the Lone Star here, you have the Orange, you have other big institutions around here. But you get in the street demonstrating, showing simplicity and all the kind of thing, it won't help you. You're delaying your time. The time you need to be in class, acquiring knowledge, to graduate. Some of you were at that university when kids were still in high school. Now they are your comrades. All of you are in the same university now. They were high school students while you're in university. They now graduate from high school. They're in the university. All of you are colleagues now. If you play, they will graduate and leave you there. You'll just be there, battle crash here. You'll be there as a militant. Some of your friends who you find doing getting engaged with these kind of things, they know where they are. When it comes to the lesson, they will escape. They go acquire the knowledge. And at the end of the day, when graduation coming, you see that person wearing his gown or wearing her gown. Oh, come here. You betray the struggle. And you thought it was a good thing for you to be throwing stone while instructional periods going on. But your comrade knew in the struggle, she was at that university to acquire knowledge. So she needs to acquire knowledge. Have a priority. That's why too much of one thing is good for nothing. You guys have made yourself look like clowns now. Yes, because people, as long as they call your name, the next thing they know that, oh, they're going to demonstrate. We know that now they can do. That's familiarity. The book people call it familiarity. When people too much familiar with what you do, you tend to lose the essence. You lost respect. You change the narrative. Be innovative. The Mahatma Gandhi, the other guys that you tend to copy after, the Martin Luther King, these people were engaging institutions constructively. They were engaging leaders constructively to get transformation. The freedom that we now enjoy, they pay the price in so many ways that you and I are enjoying the freedom. They pay the price. And constructively, the price that they pay is during a fruitful result that you and I are benefiting from today. If they use the radical means and it was not going, they use the constructive means by innovation. Be innovative. So, comrades, let us reach out to the carpenter shops around here. We get the Firestone. Now, let me tell you guys, how did the FQ building come into being in terms of how to call it, rehabilitation? That building was rehabilitated when we were, I think I was a junior student when that building was rehabilitated. Firestone, the institution engaged Firestone. The guys engaged Firestone, the leadership, the student leadership engaged Firestone. That building was in a dilapidated state. They engaged Firestone. Say, look, this building is in your honor. It cannot be like this. You are getting resources from this land. What are you doing concerning this? That's how that entire annex was closed down for renovation. And after the renovation, got reopened and capacity was created for students. We are no longer taking chair from TS grading to FQ. FQ already have chairs available in excess. So when you have class to FQ, you don't worry about chair because chairs are already there. Faster made available chairs and they changed the backbone and all kind of stuff. And there were additional classes created. There was innovation from your senior student leadership. But now one the place they're causing chaos. You guys need to transform, renew your mind. As a man thinks, so is he. You guys cannot put yourself on the map as clown. Oh, you want to be in that team? Just go on social media. All of the funny songs, they come from the student leadership. Innovation should be your hallmark. It's not a front, but that's the reality, the hard truth. Innovation, creativity. Violence is not the way. And the interesting thing about it, you guys are not just doing it all by yourself. You are being used by political figures to carry on these destructions and these distractions so for political gains. And I may say, we're paying this one, so and then you are being used as a stooge of violence. Come on. The lines are open 0887-105-105, 0778-665-073 are numbers to call this morning and form part of the Positive Show. Let's talk about these things. Let's look around us. Let's truth be told. It's about time we renew our minds. Let's think positive about our nation. We don't just sit here all the time. We're not there to criticize. But when we are asked for recommendation, we don't. We don't have the mind to recommend. And I made an analogy on yesterday when I was talking about these same issues. Back in the days, when somebody said to get cell phone, you had the 3310. You had 3310 Baratan, they are saying Shkashka, Simka 65. Shkashka, after 3 days. The Shkashka expire, buy $5 Shkashka after 3 days expire, you get $1 for $5 up. During that era, you had people who could afford to get it. So when you saw them holding food, you know that they were bourgeois. They were the big boys and girls around here. So those of you who are craving for those kinds of things, during that time, that era have passed. Now, bring that scene to the 3310. And even the least one, let's say, let's compare it to that of the Techno or the Artel and the Artel or what thing. The person will take the Artel and leave the 3310 because the 3310 is arcade now. The time it have value, the value have depleted. They're looking at the iPhone 13 Pro Max, they're looking at iPhone 17, they're looking at all the big phones. What I'm going to do with 3310? Such a time, such a condition. So if you as a young person will just narrow yourself because of the present reality and just narrow yourself and not looking ahead of you, what becomes of you? That thing that you are craving for will pass. And the ones that are coming will be more advanced than what you have. What you are craving for now. So you need to be sensitive. That's why the good report told us, walk circumspectly not as fools, but as wise, because redeeming the time the days are evil. There are a lot of evil people out there only wanting you to be stagnated. So they were getting engaged with the wrong things. That's why you need to know your cycle. Who are the people you associate with? They have so much influence in your life, in your decision making. That's why I continue to say, the kind of radio stations that you listen to has influence in your life and your decision making. Because if you will listen to a radio station that will only tell you about politics and insult leaders and say the worst thing, That's how you're going to grow up, and that's how you're going to see society, and that's how you're going to act in society. But if you listen to a radio station that will educate you on the right norms of the society and how to care about those things that you have acquired over the period of time and make you innovative, and you will expand, you will see the society from a farther point in a positive direction. But you say down there because this radio station is a political party associated radio station, so you cleave to it. And everything that they say there, that's what you believe, and you run with it. We saw these things happening during the elections. How many of you have not learned your lesson yet? Some of these institutions that you listen to, they misled you. They took up the time to fool you and give you records that were not factual, and told you that elections were in your favor. And at the end of the day, what happened? Where are we today? That was just a clear example for you to listen and learn from. You told me that, oh yes, we had this number, but only to find the final arbiter of elections came up with results that were far different from what you provided to us. Haven't you learned that yet? That's why I always say to you, loyalty is not stupidity. I'm loyal to you because the things that I gain from you, from a or you put the windshield way up. I'm speaking to you, say, I can see you, say. But when you do not have the means, you don't have the power, you come out to me, the thing happen that way. But just give you another opportunity. We transform things, we do this thing. Then you sit down there, you go back there again. You are not a loyal person. That's stupidity. That's not loyalty. That's stupidity. It's give and take. It's give and take. I cannot be loyal to you and not gaining from you. It makes no sense. Some of you have put yourself in a position where you say, I'm loyal. Yes, your loyalty. The fitting food, you don't have it to eat, but you are still loyal. Oh, yes, loyalty is good, yes. But at a certain point, at the detriment of your survivability, it becomes stupidity. A hint of what is sufficient, the one who has ears, let him hear. 0887-105-105, 0778, 665-073 are numbers to call. Let's talk about these things. Our society is where we are today. Innovation, the young people. Are they prioritizing your growth? Whether you are from opposition or you are from opposition, no position, the ruling establishment, are these people prioritizing your growth? You are all in the trenches with information dissemination about the coming to power. Now the power is being handed over. What are they doing in your interest? What are they doing in your interest? They put it at forefront to denigrate people, to insult people, elderly people. You lost manners. All because you wanted to please them. You felt that earlier they are in your interest. Now they have power. What are they doing in your interest too? Are they transforming? Are they doing the things that will better your life? To take you from being a battlecrat chair to being very innovative or putting your hands to work. Acquire education, my friend. That's what my late mom always used to tell me. No matter what we gave you today, all of the best kinds of food, the best clothes, the best amongst all is the education that we will provide, the opportunity for education. It will go a very long way with you. So prioritize your education. Prioritize your education. That job, you want job. You get a job, you will be fired one day. Just within the twinkling of an eye, they can take you off the job based on your lack of competence. But if you go and acquire knowledge, that's why I say to you, when you are for those of you from the ruling establishment, don't crave for a job. Go and get the opportunity to acquire knowledge. Even when the government that is at hand is no longer at the level of ruling the country, that education is still with you. You can be useful to the next government and government to come, or you can even be a part of the private sector and making your own money instead of working for government. Some of you need to sit and ask yourselves, your time is passing by. The time you're taking to be, battlecry here, this one, and that one. You should be taking that time, spending it, acquiring knowledge, learning new things to transform your lives, to better your lives. Don't be one of those who your child or your children will question why they had to come through you. Say, I regret why I had to come through the man, because this man, I don't see anything. I regret him being my father. You want to be in that line where your child will even neglect you, don't want to identify with you, all because of your role you play in the society. My party person, or my leader here, how many of them, they care about you? They care about your well-being. I said to somebody the last time, regardless of where you are, you can make the difference. You don't have to take state power before you make the difference in people's life. You have the opportunity to send 2 to 3 kids of the individuals that are so loyal to you to school. Use that means to educate them. And you will get the dividends. The results you will get. When you say down there, oh yeah, I'm loyal to that person. You will go on social media, you insult leaders. You insult people, all because of party sentiments. And at the end of the day, you are there putting on SOS call. Yeah, please help me. My child won't go to school, and my child. The time you took to be insulting people, you should have used that time to put your hands in doing something that will get you your living. All will not happen overnight. It takes time. It is easier to break down, but it's difficult to build. My people, let us change our mentality. Let us not brainwash ourselves with this bad politics. That's why I say the Liberian politics is so petty. They're seeing all people that you're hearing today. When power change hands, they're going to the other side. You're seeing them today. You are all loyal to them. Oh yes, this is my political leader. This is for this. You even put your lives on the line for some of them. And at the end of the day, power change hands. Where are some of them? Where are they today? The same people that you are insulting on their behalf, they have joined them. Isn't that something for you to sit and ask yourself, why should I avail myself to things that will not yield fruitful results? Isn't that something that you should see as a means of renewing your mind? The same people that some of you are all up for. Power change here now. They no longer were you. They no longer were the party. They were another party. The whining and dining. You saw them as enemies. But today, they are best of friends. What happened to you now? What the face you get now? You see the logic? Are you reasoning? That's the common logic there. Some of you young people, you put your lives on the line for these people. And at the end of the day, the people got their interests. They don't have loyalty. They have interests. Come on, man. Young people, it's about time you get out of your shell and think outside of the box. 0887-105-105, 0778-665-073 are numbers to call. We're not moved by multitude, but the faithful few who listen will learn and will cause some level of transformation in the society. All right? So let's get our final commercial commitment. When we come back, we wind down the curtains on today's edition of the program, The Positive Show, right here on Love FM 105.1. My name is Rufus Divine Cunning. I'm pretty seated.
Momona we say king. Y'all want your mole cheese.
My people, I get good news, so enjoy the lowest cash out fees in Liberia with MTN mobile money. Only 2% fee will be charged on any transaction, whether big or small. Cash out today for just small from any of our 25,000 agents across Liberia. No call will grow on your feet for your own money business. MTN Momo makes it easy, fast, and secure just for you. Now, *156# or download the MTN Momo app today to cash out with MTN Momo for just 2% fees. Fast, easy, and secure.
Momo now is the key. Y'all want your mole cheese.
MTN.
Time of color with us. We need to go. We have to go. We appreciate all those that listen, and we appreciate those that follow. Whatever means you follow us, be it our online radio, you follow us via our Facebook page, Love TV Live, or listen to the radio. We appreciate you so highly, and we look forward to more of these conversations that will transform the minds, because renewing the mind is what we opt for this time around. We need people's minds to be renewed, because Proverbs rightly told us, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So if you want to remain in that state of poverty, you want to remain in that state of destitute, continue to think the way you think. Continue to think the way you think. Let us say good things about our country. Ghana man, who told you say all is rosy in Ghana? But what he does is that he get engaged in saying the positive things about his country. And those positive things are yielding fruitful results. It attracts people to Ghana. So you Ghana get our Basa. But how often do you hear the Basa of Ghana? Until you go there to realize, to get the reality. But Liberia, we have this niche. We say this too is Liberia, meaning all the negative things you want to experience it, come to Liberia. Liberia got so much good things. We only need to renew our minds and think positive about our nation, and do those positive things that will cause the level of transformation that is required for the growth and development of Mama Liberia. I always say to you, two things in this life you always be remembered for: the problems you create and the problems you solve. And you must take responsibility of two things in your life: your fortune and that of your misfortune. Because in union, strong sources is sure. With God above our rights to prove, we over all prevail. With hearts and hands, our country cause defending. We meet the foe with valor unpretending. What I ask of you is to think positive. Love Liberia. Let's develop that sense of belonging. Nationalism and patriotism is the way forward for the growth and development of Mama Liberia. Have yourselves a wonderful and God-blessed day. My name is Rufus Divine Cunning. I lead and others follow. First among equals. Of course, I'm destined for greatness. Follow the rest of our broadcast. Bye-bye.